Guys, welcome back to our 95 Dodge Stealth project. Now this thing is kind of Frankenstein. It's gonna be like 3/4 Stealth. It's gonna be like 1/4 2011 Charger on the front end. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, we've got a pretty good road plan going on with, getting our strut tower, our frame rail kind of mounted in there. So in parallel, we're gonna do a little bit of engine upgrades. Because we got this used 3.6 liter Pentastar motor, and owner here put a new thermostat on it, kind of fixed a cooling problem because it wasn't burping out the air. But we got a couple other small issues we're going to knock out real quick. Now, one of which is the starter. So the starter, the solenoid is going bad. And if you're not really familiar with a starter, this part here is the motor that actually turns this gear. Well, you got a flywheel sitting here just on the front edge. And so what happens is this solenoid moves back and forth, drives a little linkage, pushes this gear and engages that flywheel or flex plate. Well, these guys usually go bad from heat, so we got a brand new starter from bproauto. Now, these guys are great. They've got thousands of part numbers for most makes and models and a distribution network of over 3,000 plus. Yeah, so check out bproautoparts.com, and they're real big on quality, and they're OE backed, so you can, anything from your Chryslers, your Dodges, your Rams, your Jeeps, they're gonna have a ton of coverage out there, which is great. So we're gonna put the new starter in there, get that thing fired up real nice. Another issue we had is the cat got smoked. And you can see in here, this front side of the cat here, all kind of boogered up and melted. So we had some leaky injector or injectors that were letting fuel, get unburnt, a little bit too rich, and it's burning down here in the cat and getting too hot versus in the cylinder where you're pulling a lot of the energy out of. And you can see this side, nice clean honeycomb. So we got new injectors here, and what's great is all their parts come with some rigorous testing. So everything from high and low temperature extreme testing, high temperature vibration, of course, 100% functionals. Over here, you'd have leak testing, full functionals for flow, vibration, all those kind of things. And then lastly, which we got a bit of work to do to get to it, is putting on some new struts. Now, these are great because they include everything. So top bolts, bottom bolts will slide right in. We can get that new front end kind of steering and handling like we want once we get all that welding and fabrication done. So let me get these parts in, get them on the motor, jump back over to Willie to help with some of that cutting and grinding. Now we've got the suspension mocked up. We've got our strut from bproauto parts in there. And so now we can mount a wheel in there, make sure we're nice and centered. We can make some adjustments. We haven't fully committed, but it's looking good.